Yo, what is up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Mid Icon THIERRY HENRY. This player is available in the icon swaps for the first season, carrying into the second season of the first set of icon swaps. We're going to go through the card, his player details, his stats, his traits, his clips of him, and the summary, and whether I think this icon SBC will be worth it or whether you guys should wait a little longer and buy him with coins. But before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please like the video, subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below what your thoughts are on this card, if you've used it, or what you think of him in the icon swaps, if he's overpriced, underpriced. Love to hear what you guys think about it. But now, without further ado, let's get into the review. Thierry Henry, 6'2", from France, medium work rates, right-footed, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. I bought him relatively expensive, guys. I'm doing him on a quick weekend review so that you guys know how this card plays. I played 7 games with him. He got 17 goals and 2 assists. Now, for you guys who have seen some of my other striker reviews, you should know that this is a really good return, especially for me. I am not a good finisher when it comes to this game. I miss a lot of chances, and this guy got 17 goals for me in 7 games, so that's saying something. Most of them from the left wing as well. I played him in 2 positions on the left wing and up front in a 4-2-3-1, and he was absolutely brilliant, but especially on the left wing. We'll get more into that once we get into the clips. Going into the player details, he of course is French and is an icon, so we'll link to everyone pretty nicely. You get some strong links to players like Kylian Mbappe, or you also get the links to other icons such as Robert Pires, Patrick Vieira, Marcel Desailly, some perfect links there. There are of course also other French players across the various number of leagues, as well as the weak links to every player within the FIFA Ultimate Team database. Getting on to his attribute details, he is generally a really good player. Actually, the thing about Henry is that he's built like a striker but set on the wing, which makes him kind of a tricky mismatch. Either he's not quick enough for the fullback but too big, or he's the same size as the fullback but just not as quick as him. So the key stats here for me are his finishing, of course, great finishing. His agility is pretty decent as well. The big stat though, guys, on this card, and it was the biggest thing for me that I noticed, especially you'll see this in the clips, is his strength. He is a big guy, like he's 6'2", as mentioned on the earlier slides, and he has 80 strength, which means that when he goes shoulder to shoulder with a lot of fullbacks and centre backs, he bustles them out the way, or he holds them off and keeps the ball, and you'll see that as well in the couple of clips that come through as well. The other thing that he's great at is short passing and long passing. His long passing is okay, but his short passing is phenomenal, and it allows you to really link up nicely with him if you've got a good number 10 or a good striker who is good for that as well. In terms of his weaknesses, guys, that balance is of course one thing that maybe does affect him slightly at times. Not too much, I found, though. In my opinion, I think it's okay. The other thing is long shots. Now, it's weird because I didn't actually score one long shot with this Thierry Henry card, maybe one outside the box shot, but nothing really that was to shout home about, and that was a real issue for me because I did take a few, and every time I did they just went flying over the bar, so I stopped taking them and just got close in the box, and that was where I got the majority of my success. That was really the biggest weakness for me in terms of this card. Again, I can't really complain about the sprint speed and acceleration. It was good enough for a winger and for a striker, so overall a really complete card other than that one factor. Getting into his traits, he of course has the finesse trait shot, the flair trait as well, a speed dribbler, and a chip shot. So he's got a bunch of things which make him a good finisher and help you, especially cutting in off that left wing and getting a finish into that top right hand corner. Finally, the icon profile. This is when he went to Barcelona after he left Arsenal in 2007, so I will leave you guys to read that in your own time. But so this is not the best version of him. Of course, the prime version when he was at Arsenal is the best version, but still, nonetheless, this is a very good card, especially for either at left, mid, or striker. Now that we've covered the basics of the card, let's get into what the icon SBC requirements are. So guys, as we can see, the icon requirements for this Thierry Henry SBC are 8 swaps in the first section and 9 in the second one. I don't know how many swaps there are in total. Maybe it is 17 in total, maybe it's 18, I'm not sure, it's not entirely clear to me, but this is a lot of swaps for this player. Now, I think we previously valued swap tokens, let's say, at 40k to 60k. If we took this at the lower scale of things at 40k, that would mean this card is sitting around 680k. If we took it to 50k, that would be slightly higher again. You'd be sitting at around 850k. As of right now, he is sitting at 860k on the PlayStation and 890k on the Xbox, and this is bound to go down. Remember guys, as more and more variety of cards come out, and even the prime versions, now they're in packs, and as they become more common in the marketplace, the prices of these mid icons will drop a lot as well. Do I think he's worth 17 tokens? My opinion stays the same on every single player within these icon swaps, is that none of them are worth it. It is much more rewarding to go for the packs, which give you the high icons like the 89 plus, I think it's mid icon, or the prime mid icon pack, rather than taking a chance and getting a guaranteed icon like this. You know, if you hit the mid Henry in that pack, then at least you've not lost anything. But spending 17 tokens or a high value of tokens to get a card that in reality will drop in value very quickly, I don't think it's worth it, guys. So I would not be advising you to do this SBC like this. I would be advising you to go for some of the packs which are available here. Some of them are quite nice, mid or prime icon pack, and then if you want to go for the big one, 89 plus mid icon pack, which costs 16 tokens, so 1 token less, you could still get Thierry Henry in that one and come out with 1 extra token to do with what you will. That's it in terms of the icon SBC requirements, guys. So now let's get into some of the clips I've got with him. So guys, just getting into some of Thierry Henry's clips here, and you'll see the biggest thing that I used him for was getting down that wing and getting into good positions for assisting or goal scoring. You can see my enthusiasm when I'm playing with him here as well. His passing is very good. Although I only got 2 assists with him, he did create a number of chances. I just didn't finish them off properly. But because there are so many goal clips, that is going to be what dominates the majority of this recording. You'll see a couple of penalty clips as well in here. The biggest thing though I found was that when I'm in this position here, I know it's Hector Bellerin at fullback or Kyle Walker or someone similar in stature. Maybe not the biggest defender in the world, which means that when Thierry Henry goes up against them, especially with that reasonable strength as well, he's bound to come out on top in a lot of situations and take the ball away with him. Another thing about this card as well, guys, which was really surprising, sometimes good, sometimes bad, was that when you're coming off the left wing with this card, I often found that you would play a pass inside and he would then run immediately towards the striker slot as if he was going for a finish. He does it a few times in these clips as well. Again, you can see here, holds off the defender, that's Alan there, high aggression and strength from that player, but still he holds him off and gets to that finish in there. He comes in off the left wing and occupies the striker spot just like that, and holds his position there until he can get the ball back and get a nice goal scoring opportunity. Unless the attack resets, he will not go back to that left wing. Sometimes that was a bit of an issue because it collapses your width as well, which means that you don't have as many options for trying to build an attack and stretch their opponent's defense, etc, etc. A lot of the time as well, I think opponents are underestimating his speed. So in this case, again, he's way past the defender by the time he goes for the tackle. I don't think they realize it. I was getting ridiculously frustrated because this game doesn't give red cards as it should. That's a red card tackle, but unfortunately it's not been given. But irrespective of all of that, Henry was able to take a lot of chances, get in behind the defences, play a lot of 1-2s and little passes in with the midfielders to try and create good chances. Again, this is such a precise little finish into the corner of the goal. We'll go through a few more of these clips, and I've got so many of these goals for you guys. Again, here, look, he's taking on the fullback, and once you get it onto that left foot as well, that's another thing. With the 4-star weak foot, people underestimate that on Thierry Henry's card, which means that often they're losing him when he's just going for a left foot strike. You can see there as well, at that moment, that goal right there, he is playing left wing. And there his positioning was basically on the right side of the box. What he is doing there, I have no idea, but he does hold that position until he gets a goal scoring opportunity. Again, another lovely finish there, driving through the heart of the defense and making it easy for himself. I could just keep going on and on about how this guy's finishing was, guys. And again, this one here, again, he's left wing. That's in left wing that he's moving to that central position to pick up those movements and get those little goals there. Again, good strength to hold off the defender and keep things tight on the finish. Last couple of clips here, guys. Again, nice little dribbling, hold off the defender, strength again, biggest thing for me, strength. Get around the defender again, and then this left foot, easy finish into the far corner. And for our final clip, guys, again, we've just got a lovely left-footed finish from the outside of the box. This is the only one I scored outside the box into the top corner of the goal. Lovely finish. So guys, getting into the final Thierry Henry summary. He is of course the French player, linking to a lot of people, linking to everyone actually in the game, at least on a weak link, but a lot of good strong links in there as well, and some perfect links as well if you can afford the icons. 860 on the PlayStation, 890 on the Xbox, 7 games played, 17 goals and 2 assists, so a really great return. For me, the key stats, his finishing, absolutely fantastic inside the box, a real fox in the box for me. Strength was another big one for me, and I've mentioned it so many times in those clips how key that strength is for me. Long shots were a real problem for me. Even though it's 84, it does not feel that good. He does not get a lot of long shots in, and he doesn't create a lot of great chances on his long shots as well. They often fly over the bar or way wide or something like that, which was kind of disappointing because I was looking forward to finessing a few from outside the box with him. And his stamina as well, guys. So although it's 83, when you're running up and down that wing with someone like Thierry Henry, where he's maybe going to be one of your primary attacking influences, you want him to have a bit of a higher stamina so that you can carry on going right the way through the game. In terms of strong links, I haven't put anyone in there. A similar player, I actually don't find anyone that similar to him. He's a very individual style of player with his size and speed combo, which makes him such a fun player to use as well, because he's able to do so many different things: dribbling, moving quickly, finishing well, passing well as well. So really great overall player. In terms of value for money and doing the Icon SBC, guys, again, please do not do this in my opinion. I would tell you guys, just wait until he drops. Again, you have till the end of Season 2 to get this card, at which point I feel like Team of the Year will be around the corner. His price will be dropping down fast. That will be the time to pick him up, guys, for if you want to get this card. I would not recommend doing his SBC, even though I do love using him and do really rate his stats highly. It's not worth doing the Icon SBC on this card. But that's all for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you in a bit.